Smith, and Counselor Harden.
Here.
So we got Jones, Allamon, and Harden.
One first, one second.
So that means Allamon and Harden are making all the motions and seconds in one type of order or another, correct?
That's right. Okay. All right. We've reviewed our minutes from August 1st. Are there any changes to those minutes? Hearing none, is there a motion to dispense with the reading of those minutes and approve them as distributed?
Second.
Harden and Allamon.
Okay, exactly. All day, Counselor Harden, Allamon, seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed by the same sign. That's 3-0. That passes. Are you here? 20. We're just going to start at the top. Try to go through these quickly. 2504-17, request for consideration of 18th Street revitalization project. Do you have any new items for us?
The construction's still ongoing. They've started some work up around the valley, a decent amount of grading and everything associated with work up there. So they've started that. Some of the parking's in already. So it's still targeting end of the year, first next year for finishing up. So, any comments, questions?
Is that, I've always assumed that our new exit, someone was complaining to me about it this weekend, the new exit out of the post office is gonna always be to the right and back around. That's a permanent thing?
The alley?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I
Yeah.
thought. Told them I thought it was permanent. Okay.
Yep.
So you said it'll finish the first of next year, is that what you said?
Yes.
I
Yes.
just want to mention, related to Councilor Harden's point, we did have some discussion at committee about the one-way signage 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And Councilor Smith did follow up with Mr. Kendrick and confirm that we did pass an ordinance to that effect for the street to be one-way, and that appropriate signage will be placed by Randy. So there was some follow-up in between. Just want to mention that as it related to that prior discussion and Councilor Harden's point.
Okay, great, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, any other questions? We'll carry that over. Thank you for the update on that, so we'll carry that over without objection. 050722, request for permission to grant Telepac Networks, C-Spire, 18 foot by 18 foot permanent easement. We carried it over last finance committee meeting, and we have asked Mr. Kendrick to work with their attorney, and I believe we have a report from Mr. Kendrick on that.
Yeah, so we agreed to principal of 10-year lease, $25,000, and they deleted the topics that I had issues with, so it should be ready to go. We'll have to declare property surplus first, and then adopt the resolution authorizing the execution of the easement.
Okay. Okay, so,
Working with Norfolk.
and and also we have received a revenue line item from this would be 0109495000, 10-year lease, 25,000. Any questions, comments of I appreciate working through this.
I appreciate C-Spire.
Yeah. I guess so the proper motion will be to declare it surplus and then authorize mayor to.
Execution of the easement.
Yeah.
All right, I'll make a motion to declare this surplus land, I guess, is that what we're calling it?
Yeah. Surplus property.
So they get an ordinance
Authorized.
that declares a surplus, then there'll be a separate resolution that authorizes the mayor to sign the lease.
Okay,
Okay.
then I'll make a motion to declare this property surplus, and then I'll make a second motion.
Yeah, you can do both.
Then I'll make a resolution to get the mayor to sign the agreement.
Okay. Okay. You seconded that?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Councilor Harden made the motion and seconded by Councilor Alma. Any questions, comments on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed by the same sign. It's 3-0, that passes. Thank you.
So we go to council next?
Yes.
That'll do it
Next
Monday
week,
night.
next
Yes,
Monday?
next Monday. So we'll recommend on a vote of 3-0 to approve this, move forward, and then it'll be passed by council, hopefully. I don't know if you need to be here or not, but if you want to be here Monday to any questions that come up. Okay. I know you love spending time up here with us. So.
I work at home, I don't be that much.
Okay, well, good. And we'll see you, and we'll be next door at 6 o'clock. And once that is handled, then the mayor will sign that.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Not you.
Okay, moving on to new business, 010822, request to consider State Act 2022-229 to allow for a one-time bonus for retired Homewood City employees. We're bringing this up now because really time, it's a timing issue within the budget and within the act. Is the mayor here to speak on this, or?
I think there's still meeting down there.
Okay. Well, I will,
Do you have that handout, there was a handout that we sent? I think I sent it to you from,
It was from RSA.
it wasn't from the league, it was from the retiree lobbyist group to tell us about it. I can pull it up right here. That's the act that, we can only do things like this when the Alabama legislature passes an act that lets you do something like this.
okay, so this act is, as you see on your agenda, provides 900 cities and public boards that participate in RSA's employees retirement system the opportunity to award a one-time longevity bonus to their retirees. The cost to the city will be a one-time, that's $161,438. And then there's a formula that's used to calculate that bonus as $2 per month divided by 24 per year, multiplied by the years of creditable service. For example, so if we have a retiree with 25 years of service, they would receive $600. So 24 times 25.
So what's the purpose behind this? I mean, is it some money that came to us?
It's for cost of, it's just to give them, every now and then they allow you to give them a cost of living because whenever their pension was
Okay,
established.
part of their pension. Really? So
It's a supplemental payment
Because
for their longevity. For their
like if they retired in 2015 or 2012, their pension is what it was based off their last.
So let me continue reading and I'll answer your question. By providing the bonus this year, you can have a meaningful financial impact on the lives of your retirees. Living on a fixed income is difficult, even in the best of times. So that, and then we also, as part of this, and the mayor, by the way, recommends this. These are coming from ARPA funds, so that makes a big difference in my opinion that we've got funding to handle this. Now, obviously, I want to have everyone be prepared that when we get to budget hearings, employees are going to say, "You gave the retirees money," so we need to be prepared for for that discussion. But this one is being brought up mainly because it has to be passed in the month of August. Isn't that correct?
Has to be to the state legislature, to RSA by September the 1st, a resolution.
Yeah, so there are cities that are discussing this all over the state. So I personally support it. Just it's been over, I don't know how many years it's been.
I was saying on record. I don't remember us doing. There's been several times since I worked here for 12 years that we could have done cost limit over the time. But I don't think that we have it since I've been here 12 years. Do you remember that?
Mr. Chairman?
I think it's been before that.
Mr. Chairman, I do have a question, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
In terms of ARPA funds, I mean, I think that it's fine, I mean, that we want to potentially do this, but is there a way to have a conversation in finance or on council as to what we can potentially utilize ARPA funds, so it's not just something that comes to us, so we can have a conversation? Since we got a tranche just recently, and can we have I don't know how to engage in that conversation as to how to.
What are all the options? to those funds, which is what you're
Yes.
asking.
We can provide all the guidelines in terms of what ARPA funds can be utilized on.
And the legal municipality is supposed to put out bulletins for everybody. But also, I haven't seen it yet, but it's been
Yeah.
discussed that they're going to do
Talked about
that. They were asked to by the Department of Revenue.
But could potentially counselors offer suggestions as to potential projects that fall in line within those guidelines?
The way that the league has presented it is that the ARPA funds can be used for stormwater and stormwater infrastructure. They can be used for broadband infrastructure. Broadband internet
Broadband.
infrastructure. It can be used to upgrade a public facility, and that's how we're getting the air conditioning, because it's the council room is a public facility. They can be used for the one-time pay increase for employees. You gotta be real careful how you say that, because state legislature is in contradiction with what the federal guidelines were for the payment.
Okay.
So we gave a one-time pay increase for our employees. They are allowing the one-time pay increase for retirees. And then there's also a portion that it can be used for law enforcement. You can purchase police cars, or you could, in law enforcement, to upgrade your law enforcement with your municipality. And it's that's pretty defined as what it can be used for.
Well, I just saw the article, I read the article in Vestavia, they're buying hotel properties with ARPA funds, is my understanding.
Hotel properties?
Or something to that effect.
Well, they're purchasing property to use in, yeah, they purchase property.
And I'm not suggesting we do that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't get that opinion from me.
They tied that in with stormwater.
Yeah.
That's the-
Because that's in that property in the
Flood zone.
Yeah,
it's
it's
tied in
like
with that.
property. It's-
Yeah.
Everything back there's on floodplain.
And that's fine, and that's a creative use of funds. I'm not necessarily interested in buying hotel properties, I'm interested in understanding potentially how we can be creative in
Yeah, that's-
designating these funds for something that would be beneficial to the city.
I wish we had left. I thought we were tapped out.
We
I
just
thought
had a
could-
second tranche.
We got an additional $3 million.
But I thought that was, I still thought that was.
As far as the budgeting process, if we put all the stormwater projects in and the other projects that have been considered, the funding for the chiller, there will be no money.
That's
We got
what I
enough
thought.
stormwater projects to use all our ARPA funds, with the addition of money being used for some smaller items. In this current year, we've already exceeded the $3 million with purchase, not necessarily spent it, but encumbered it with purchase orders. Is it about 400,000 we've gone over?
We have 800,000 left in this year, of the original 3 million, but that's with the $1 million chiller purchase order outstanding.
Yeah.
So we've used 300,000 already of the second, that
$300,000.
y'all haven't really seen the mayor's budget for that 3 million in. But we did, the first pay was like 700,000, we did, year before last, we did the ARPA pay to all employees for 700,000. But we knew in this current year budget, we were gonna go over, because we had actually budgeted to borrow money for the chiller if the chiller had come in this year, but it's not gonna be until October. Purchase orders out there for it that we haven't paid for yet.
So I guess to address what you're asking, that we can during budget hearings kind of review what we have committed, and if there's anything else, we can definitely talk about any other projects that we're maybe not thinking about that could be part of the ARPA funding. I think that would be a good exercise during capital discussion.
Sure, thank you.
Have that, yeah, sure.
And you'll, Dr. Jones, also, y'all be going over the actual grants fund, ARPA, as the mayor's lining out the other 3 million that's listed, so y'all could always decide if you wanted to redirect it, if you didn't.
Yeah,
like
we
the mayor's
can
budget.
redirect it, yeah.
Not that you won't like it, but
Yeah, no.
we're confident you will, but you can make suggestions.
Okay, so, I mean, I'm open to suggestions here if you want to, I know we've kind of just sent this to you for review, but we can carry it over if you're.
Well, I think we can.
We have to do it this month,
We have
don't
to
we?
do it this month.
It would have, yeah, it'd have to be, let's see, it would have to be addressed by.
So y'all have to pass it on the 22nd or the 29th.
The resolution has to be to RSA by September 1.
So I'd make a motion that we provide $161,438 for one-time bonus one-time bonus, is that right? I put
Yeah.
one-
Yes, sir. As long as
Retired
this is-
employees using the ARPA funds.
Second.
Okay. Been moved and seconded, and that account number 02-11-510-600 is what that fund will be coming from. It's 235 retirees is what we have, so you're aware of that. So,
235.
yeah, 235 retirees. So, any other questions, comments?
Just a quick question about that.
Yeah, sure.
So do we know anything else about the retirees, like their age, or if they're employed again? And that won't matter, will it? We just have to do all retirees or no retirees? Like some
They're
folks
all-
who might have started early and they may be 50 and have another job and.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right, yeah, it is based on years of service where that calculation is handled, so yeah, that.
It'll be all of them regardless of
Probably
status.
really more to catch up on inflation.
Yeah. Okay, been moved, seconded. Any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, by the same sign. That passes 3-0. 02-0822, request for consideration to become official fan guide sponsor for Birmingham Bowl. We have, I've sent that out this afternoon. It's almost identical to what we approved last year. Mrs. Smith couldn't be here tonight, but she forwarded it, I think I forwarded it to everybody. It's $1,188. It's budgeted. And what, do you have that line item? What that?
It's,
The
oh,
111-500 advertising.
Are we paying for it in this year's budget?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's budgeted and.
We sent to you, Mr. Kendrick.
Yeah, and it's the same, well, last year I think it was 1180 and it's 1188 this year is what the request is. And I don't know if I can answer all the questions, but let's see what Eric sent me.
Yeah, Jeff Huffstall always asks
See,
for
it'll
that
be
one, too.
Tuesday, December 27th. Last year's inaugural game at Protective Stadium was a great success. I won't remind the Auburn people but it was a sold out crowd, 41,000, national ESPN television audience, 2.3 million, and the Convention and Visitors Bureau generated 9.9 million in economic impact for the Birmingham area from that bowl. So the proposal is based on our 2021 agreement, and it was attached. It's 1188.
I'll make a motion that we spend $1,188,000 for the official fan guide sponsor. For the Birmingham Bowl.
1 million?
It's 1,188.
1,188, I'm sorry.
Second.
Don't write that down.
John Harden classic.
John Harden.
It'll be a great game, man.
he wants to be the sole
Get
sponsor
you
of the
a
Birmingham
bucket
Bowl.
also.
You know, we had an Alabama fan there.
It still has that on there, so you talk about that.
We had an Alabama fan at last year's bowl.
$1,188 there from advertising. That's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, second. Counselor Allen. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, by the same sign. 3-0, that passes. That'll be a resolution. 03-0822, request to set bid date for College Avenue stormwater. Mr. Smith, the recommendation is September 12th when you're doing all the other ones.
That's correct.
Okay, and you want to do the opening at 4:30?
That's perfect.
Okay, so we'll have, so the recommendation is to have them due at 4 p.m. on September 12th with a bid opening date of 4:30 p.m.
Make a motion to send it to you.
At 4:30?
Alderman,
Second.
second by Mr. Hart. Okay, perfect. Any other questions for Mr. Smith? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed by the same sign. That was a wonderful aye. I appreciate it. You know, sometimes they're not.
So that was,
That was very, very strong.
they have to be in by 4, but they've been
4.
4:30 on 9/12, and it was Harden all on 3-0.
040822, request to amend 21-22 budgets. Those have been distributed.
And I
Can you
just
give it
realized
that
that I had left the library off of here, and we're trying to find it.
Yeah.
She had a couple of them she needed to
Oh,
put
yeah,
on
She
there.
did, I had them, and I didn't put them on here, I'm sorry.
I had a note from her too, that would be.
Right here.
All right.
Yes.
See, she was not coming tonight, she trusted you.
I know, I messed up.
It's Robert's fault.
Shoot me.
She needs a request for $5,000 from her programming line item to her building maintenance. So it'd be 0119. She only gave us the last three digits,
Okay.
712 programming, but we can fill in the rest of it.
Okay.
Programming to building maintenance, $5,000. So the library's in desperate need of lighting repairs.
Okay.
What's the building maintenance line?
Well, she only put the last three digits.
Yeah,
but it's,
programming.
0119, what's the last?
401.
401.
So 5,000 from programming to building maintenance
Okay.
at 19.
Is that the only request you had?
Yes, sir, that's all I
Okay,
see.
so let's just add that to this. Are there any questions on?
Did you get Ross's?
Yeah.
I've got, I think most of these are from the general fund. Then we've got capital projects. These are all transfers, there's no new money.
Well, the capital projects are carryover fund balance, so that is
Yeah.
new money in the,
Right.
those two lines, but everything else is.
And then if you'll make note, just to add the
Yes, sir, I
library.
got it on.
Programming to building maintenance. I'm sorry, I just left it off. I'm sorry about that, I apologize.
Okay. Any questions?
I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Okay. Counselor Alman.
Second.
Makes a motion. Counselor Hart seconds.
You messed
Any
me
other
up, put
questions?
Harden first.
Okay. All
We
in favor,
switched
say
up.
aye.
Aye.
All opposed, vote same sign. 3-0, that passes.
Hey, Dr. Nurse, can I ask you one thing on this next few? I was just letting you know, we weren't sure about this. We put this back in your committee because originally we were gonna have the committees before council on the 12th because of Labor Day. But then I think he changed his mind. We're gonna actually do committees on the 29th. So, but we put it back out because we didn't know whether y'all would want to still send it out, talk about it, send it out without recommendation. You won't really, but you'll meet again on the 29th, but the bids aren't gonna be open until right before a council meeting on the 12th.
I'd rather keep them here until the 29th.
That's what I'm saying, but I was letting you know,
Yeah.
even on the 29th, we won't have the bid opening then, but
Right,
we
I
put them right here.
understand. We'll send them out without.
Okay, I was just letting you know, that's the reason
So
why we got off.
let's keep those. So those three, 09-07-22 and 10-07-22 and 11-07-22, we're just gonna carry those over without objection until the meeting on the 29th, and then we'll send them out. But there's no reason to put them on the council agenda until the next meeting, so, meeting in September. So, we'll carry those over.
I just telling you, I got a weird date, Labor Day messed us up.
So we will not meet on September 5th.
Correct, y'all just meet on the 29th.
Yeah.
But it's just that we unfortunately won't have had the bid opening by then. So I guess, y'all can just discuss it. I guess after the bid opening on the 12th, y'all can either decide to do it at council that night or carry it over at council and send it to committee or whatever you need to do.
Okay.
I
Any
just let you
other
know I was weird.
questions? Okay. Hearing none, we're adjourned.